Callaway going to go in motion. He'll get an opportunity with it on the touch pass. Well, a great read by the secondary. They come up to stop that touch pass before it can even get back to the line. Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
You look at this Jaguar defense. They were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
I lost count of the number of turnovers that were occurring in that game. Right? I mean, I had a clicker going after a while. 5, 6, 7, 8. It was unbelievable. There haven't been that many turnovers.
The ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. He's thankful right now for that sideline because it could have been a fumble loss, instead just a fumble, though they will have to punt it now.
You're right about that, but do you think there's ever been a player happier to see his own punter go on the field than him?
No.
I mean, not at all, right? How fortunate is he that they got a chance to punt it away, and it's not just a turnover at the spot.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, they're on the road, so getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Now Lawrence to throw. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he gets this up to the 34, out of bounds there. His first catch, good for 9 and a first down. Play action. It's Lawrence. He'll get this out to the flat for Etienne. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Lawrence on 3rd down. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well. A shotgun snap and a give to Etienne. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Tackled that time by Jerome Baker out of Ohio State. 2nd and 9. Etienne once more. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Let's go.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Here's Lawrence to throw. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence. Pass taken in by his good tight end. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. So they get the conversion on 4th, and now from the 25 they operate with a 1st and 10. On play action, Lawrence. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are going to take possession here. It's a touchback And they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Back to throw now in his own end zone. That's going to be caught by Waddle. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. 19 yards there on the catch and run. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll make it second down.
Brings up second and 5.
A give left side. Here's Achane. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him. And here's Ryan Wright now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Let's take it inside his own 40. That'll be a 47-yard punt, officially 5 on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. From the 32 now, here's first and 10. They go play action now. Lawrence. That's going to be caught. Touchdown. Calvin Ridley, 32 yards. And the Jaguars will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point from McManus is good. And that'll make the score 14-0. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They're certainly in need of some kind of points here before the end of the half. A field goal or something, being shut out right now. They could really use some momentum before they head into halftime. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Ready.
Callaway going to go in motion. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Eluding the pressure right. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Second and 4. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And the Jags are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. Clock at 20 seconds to go in the half as they come up first and 10. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. Now he's free to midfield. And he's going to step out of downs at the 35-yard line.
A big play there just before halftime. 46 yards. One of the reasons that this team is on this win streak, big runs like that.
When you see runs like that broken off, you know this is a team that's confident running the football. A big reason why this streak has occurred, they've come together, had a plan, and stuck to it. And when you get big-time runs like that, it makes it easier to stay with it, doesn't it?
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Now Lawrence. And one more time, here's Kirk. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. The kick by McManus is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. A very one-sided first half. 17-0 our score as we get going in quarter number 3. And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Throw right side is going to be caught by Kirk. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Lawrence's throw taken in by Ridley here. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
First down, Jacksonville.
They go play action with Lawrence.
The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Jalen Phillips able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Off the play fake, here's Lawrence.
Under pressure, they got him again. He'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
Though certainly in a pickle here. They have a mile to go to try to pick up the first. We'll see what they've drawn up.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Well, they'll get 15, but that won't be nearly enough. It's 4th down. Here's Logan Cook now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. A good return there, 17 yards. And it'll be Dolphin football.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. The drive starts with a run from Achane. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
He's going to get this one out to his fullback. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Out of the gun now on third down.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
At the 47-yard line.
They try to run on first down, but this defense says no dice. They stop them a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Under pressure, and down he goes. But Darian Mathis burying him for the sack.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th. And here's Ryan Wright now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. We'll call that a 41-yard punt. The net a little greater, though, following a loss on the return. And it'll be Jaguar football as they take over deep in their own territory. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
Intercepted.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Running left, Achane. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
At the 33-yard line. A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. Ball at the 33, 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He'll take his shot for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Andre Cisco. And the Jaguars are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Now Etienne to start the drive. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground.
Lawrence hit and the ball is free. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Well, let's see now, Charles. That's 7 turnovers between last week and this week. 3 here in this game, 4 in last week's game.
You know I do my research, right? And I go all the way back to the best coaches that have ever been in this game. And all of them started with ball security in some form or another, understanding that taking care of the ball was the key to winning games. They can't believe what they're seeing right now because they spend all this time on it with the fundamentals, taking care of it, tucking it away. And they're not doing it.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack.
They push him back 8 yards that time on second down.
But one thing I do know, these guys on defense, they don't want this game to end. They're winning by multiple touchdowns. They've shut down the opposing quarterback in a big way, and they're still picking up sacks as we approach the end of this one.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The Dolphins can't convert on fourth down. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs.
On 1st and 10, it's ETN.
Tackled by Bradley Chubb, the number 5 pick in the 2018 draft.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
4 yards on the pickup there, as it'll leave them with a third and about 4 more for a first.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Lawrence. And he will find Ridley on the left side. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
Lawrence will throw. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Evan Ingram from 6 yards away. And the Jaguars add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. McManus's point after is good, and the lead is now 24.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
The Dolphins on third down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 10.
He's got his running back out of the backfield.
And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. That gain on third down, good for 28. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jalen Waddle, 45 yards. And the Dolphins are finally on the board here in the 4th quarter. They'll try and throw for it. He's got it. So they convert the 2. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a 2-score game. Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples to throw out a ball game. There's a great example right there.
And Thomas just going to hold on to this one. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs to keep.
And that's caught inside the 35. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 45 yards. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Running out of the gun with Etienne. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
Now Lawrence.
Thomas brings it in. Touchdown, Jaguars. A great effort there. 27 yards.
And the Jaguars have put this one to bed here in the 4th quarter.
Extra point from McManus is good. And that pushes the lead up to 23.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately, and he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off.
Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to.
And he'll take this into the end zone. A touchdown, Jacksonville.
Travis Etienne with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars up the lead to 4 scores now here in this 4th quarter.
McManus's point after is good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
26-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Escaping the pressure right. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Here now, 3rd and a yard.
They'll set up to throw.
That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
They'll go. HN.
And out across midfield down to the 45.
So did you suspect the same thing that I did, that they were lining up just to draw them off sides here?
100%.
Well, how about that? They were going for it the entire time. Never a question in his mind about going ahead and getting it, despite where they were on the field.
Yeah, I don't know if you heard it in my voice when they snapped the ball. I was like, oh, I almost wasn't ready to call the play. I just kept waiting for the timeout. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
And the Jags force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate, but we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
And they'll go again with ETN.
And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. Play action. It's Lawrence.
He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down. Here's Logan Cook now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's able to get it out of there. And taken at the 46. It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Now back to throw. Flushed out right. And he's going to go out of bounds. Gigantic loss. Kept retreating. Steps out. That goes down as a sack and a big loss of yardage.
Let's go now.
They'll set up a throw. Flush to his right. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. A breakdown defensively there as the scramble is going to set him up with a much more manageable 3rd down. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. So this will be a win for Jacksonville. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better, and that got it.